Welcome back to the channel, friends. Today we're diving into one of the most powerful yet overlooked forces in spiritual growth: forgiveness. We often think forgiveness is something we give to others, but in reality, it's also a gift we give to ourselves. In this video, we'll uncover how forgiveness brings deep spiritual healing, restores peace, and opens the doors to transformation. So, what does forgiveness really mean? Forgiveness doesn't mean you're saying what happened was okay. It doesn't mean forgetting, excusing, or pretending that the pain never existed. True forgiveness means releasing the heavy burden that resentment and anger place on your heart. Think of your spirit as a vessel of light. When you hold on to bitterness, you're allowing darkness to cloud that light. Forgiveness is the act of cleaning that vessel, letting your soul shine freely again. Even many spiritual traditions highlight forgiveness as a divine act. In Christianity, Jesus says to forgive 70 times 7. In Islam, Allah is described as Al-Ghafur, the most forgiving. In Buddhism, forgiveness is seen as a way of releasing attachment to suffering. Forgiveness, in essence, is not weakness. It is spiritual strength. Now, let us discuss the burden of unforgiveness. Have you ever noticed how holding a grudge feels physically heavy? Science shows that unforgiveness is linked to stress, anxiety, even health issues like high blood pressure. But beyond the body, unforgiveness is toxic to the spirit. When we replay the wrongs others did to us, we're reliving pain over and over again instead of healing. We stay stuck. The enemy uses bitterness as a chain, keeping us tied to the past. But here's the truth: forgiveness breaks that chain. Unforgiveness keeps wounds open. Forgiveness allows them to finally close and heal. It is truly a spiritual healing tool. It is a medicine for the soul. When you forgive, you release spiritual toxins. You make space for divine peace. You invite God's grace and healing power into your life. Now listen, forgiving someone does not mean you let them walk all over you, or you stay in an abusive environment. It just means you let go of the hurt and you have no bad feelings towards them. Think of it like unclogging a blocked river. Resentment clogs the flow of love, joy, and blessings. Forgiveness removes the blockage, allowing healing waters to flow again. Many people discover that once they forgive, their prayers feel lighter, their meditations go deeper, and their relationship with God becomes stronger. That's the power of forgiveness. It realigns you with divine energy. Now let us discuss forgiving oneself. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is ourselves. Maybe you're carrying shame, regret, or guilt for past mistakes. But let me remind you, God has already forgiven you if you've truly repented. When you withhold forgiveness from yourself, you're blocking your own spiritual healing. Let go. Release it. You are not your past. You are a child of God capable of renewal. Forgiving yourself may not erase consequences, but it frees your spirit to grow and move forward. How to practice forgiveness. So how do we actually practice forgiveness? Here are a few steps you can take. Acknowledge the hurt and do not suppress your pain. Face it honestly. Ask God to give you strength to release anger. Speak release onto yourself. Say out loud, I choose to forgive. I release this from my heart. Repeat the process. Forgiveness is often a journey, not a one-time event. Replace bitterness and hurt with love. After releasing bitterness, pray blessings over the person and over yourself. Forgiveness doesn't always restore relationships, but it always restores peace within your soul. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength, healing, and divine alignment. By forgiving others and ourselves, we invite freedom, peace, and spiritual growth into our lives. I encourage you to take one step today. Think of someone, or even yourself, that you need to forgive. Say a prayer, release the weight, and watch how God begins to heal your soul. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more spiritual insights. Until next time, walk in peace, walk in love, and walk in forgiveness. God bless you.